Hey people, it's me Tori and welcome back to my channel for another video. So today's build I actually started about 2 years ago and then didn't do anything to it for a while. And this year I decided I'm going to finish this build. So for today's build, I'm actually building a Pride themed diner for The Sims 4. You could say it's a diner, you could say it was a restaurant. I actually started this in 2020 and I think I shared like the unfinished version of it to the Sims 4 gallery. And then I got too afraid to post it and make it into a video, so I thought, okay, I'm just not going to finish it, and maybe one day I will finish this build, and I guess today is that day. I'm glad I waited to finish this build though, because we got new updated stuff for The Sims since then. We have the werewolves pack, which I used quite a few items from later on in this build, and I really like how it turned out because, for one, I don't tend to build that colourful lots in The Sims 4. I like bright colours and all that. I'm just not very good at making them work together. And I don't build any commercial lot venues. I don't build restaurants or anything like that. I just build houses. And this build is completely out of my comfort zone. But I think it looks pretty good and I'm pretty impressed with how it turned out. So obviously, as it's June, I wanted to get this build done sooner rather than later. I'm aware that we are on the 20th right now, so I didn't really get it done quickly. But we are still in June, which is obviously Pride Month, so I mean, I did get it done within the time limit, I guess. I didn't have to wait yet another year. I really like how this build turns out because I put basically a giant pride flag on the outside, as you can see me doing right now, and I think it looks really good. And I had enough space, the exact right amount of space to put all the colours, and I really like how it turns out. I mean, it doesn't look good yet, but trust the process. It will look good. Also, the graphics and stuff may look bad at the minute because I think when I was actually making this build, it was around the time where I had my laptop to play The Sims. But my laptop broke for the first time. I think it broke like 3 times in total before I got fed up and just decided to buy my gaming PC, which is now what I use to play The Sims. But my laptop broke, which was incredibly annoying. So I then had to use my old laptop, which is about over 10 years old now, and I don't use it anymore just because I feel like it's a fire hazard to actually go on it. Like, I turn it on and it gets that hot, so I decide not to use it. But that's what I was using for the first part of this build. And I'm glad it's sped up because it was so glitchy. Looking at the non-sped up footage, genuinely I look back at it and I'm like, okay, I don't know how I built this with that computer because I would move the camera angle a tiny bit and it would just lag for like a solid 30 seconds. Maybe not that long, but I'm pretty sure in the non-sped up version you can see the lag. Thankfully, I don't think you can see it here too much. And now I'm just placing a load of lights. But the door that I'm actually using in this build does change. I think when I was actually building this on my computer, my laptop, I didn't have too many packs installed. I don't know why I didn't have some of this footage of me doing the landscaping, by the way. I do apologise about that. I wish I had some of the footage of me doing this beautiful landscaping because I quite liked it. But unfortunately, I guess I didn't record that, so that is my bad. But I didn't have many packs installed when I was starting this build because my old laptop just wouldn't have coped with it, so I'm glad I finished it this year in 2022, but I started it in 2020 and I was definitely way too afraid to actually make this into a video in case someone that I knew IRL just like clicked on my channel and I'd have been like, oh no, but you know, I don't really care so much now. So this is what I'm doing. I'm making a rainbow themed diner. I did struggle because I did want it to look good and I'm not particularly good at putting bright colours together in a build, so I definitely tried my best. Also, like I said, I don't tend to build diners or anything like that. I don't think I've ever built a restaurant in The Sims 4, and I've had The Sims 4 dine out for a while. But equally, having said that, I literally never make my Sims go to restaurants. I think I've made them go like twice. Dine out is such a glitchy pack for The Sims, so I literally never use it. By the way I'm placing these stairs and these bars with these bar stools, I changed that in the end. I do something with L-shaped stairs and then I put the bar stools underneath the stairs. Is that the best place to put them? Probably not, but it's fine. In a second, I think I'm placing some rainbow banners. In a second, it will jump to the videos, like the footage from 2022, and you'll see a bathroom in the back. Apparently, I also forgot to record me making the bathroom back in 2020, which I'm very disappointed about. Past me, you missed out a lot of recording footage, and I'm incredibly disappointed. See, there you go. There's now like a hallway and a bathroom in the back, and there's also an outside. Like, there's outdoor seating now. I did get rid of some of the benches because I realised there is just way too many. I think there's too many seats in here. You're never going to get that many Sims arrive at one lot. And then if you have too many empty seats, it's just going to look empty and weird, and I didn't want that, so I did get rid of some of them. I felt like it was a little bit too cramped and crowded, so I got rid of them. Not all of them, I just tried to make it look better. I just realised as well, since looking back at my old footage from 2020 and then looking at the 2022 footage, our gallery icon has changed. When did that change? It looks different now. It's a light bulb. It never used to be. Why do they have to change the icons all the time? I just realised that The Sims get so many, like, needless updates. Why do you need to change the icons? It literally means that the old footage that I have at the beginning of this video, it literally dates the old footage, and that is embarrassing that I started this build in 2020 and 2 years later I decide to finish it. I mean, it's fine. I think I'm better at building since then. I came back to this build with a completely fresh state of mind and new ideas, and, you know, I think that's good. And I was allowed to be creative with it. See, I'm adding a new door. Unfortunately, with this door, I did have to remove some of the lights around it, which is a little bit sad, but that's okay, because I wanted to use the modern doors. I wanted this to look a bit like a converted warehouse or factory or something. I wanted it to have some, like, industrial stuff. It would have been really nice for me to have owned the Sims 4 industrial loft kit for this build, but I refused to buy most of the kits, to be honest. Anyway, sadly, you can't see it in the top corner of this build where I have the restaurant name because I didn't think of it at this time. But I was saying about this build to my boyfriend, and I was like, I am so creative with lot names, because I am. I mean, not really. For my shell challenge, I made an island-themed bar. And do you know what I named it? Island Bar, because I'm so creative. And I named this originally Rainbow Restaurant. But in the end, he came up with the idea Taste the Rainbow, which is like the tagline for Skittles. And I thought, oh my god, that is amazing because it's a diner. You go there to eat and to taste your food. And it's a rainbow diner. So he came up with Taste the Rainbow. And I was like, that is amazing. Hopefully Skittles won't get annoyed by me using their tagline to name a diner in The Sims 4. Everybody buy Skittles. Skittles are good sweets. But that is the name of this restaurant, and I think that is such a cool idea, and I love it so much. So that is what the build is named as on the Sims 4 gallery. My origin ID, by the way, is ToriFoxx, literally just the same as my YouTube username. So if you want to download this diner/restaurant, you can. Unfortunately, I did use a lot of packs because I didn't want to make this pack restricted. I just wanted to have a good fun time doing this build. I know I used Discover University because you can see the toilet stalls. I used Cottage Living, I used Werewolves, I used Dine Out, I used Spa Day, I used Island Living, Eco Lifestyle. I'm not sure what other ones. I think that was pretty much all of the ones I used. I don't know if I used any stuff packs in this build, so I think that's okay. Not too many packs, but equally that is quite a few packs. I am aware of that. But unfortunately, I cannot take the credit for the name of this build because I am not that creative. So, I mean, if it wasn't for my boyfriend, we wouldn't get this amazing build name. But I'm really happy with how this build turned out. I think I put a lot of time and effort into it, which is why it is quite a long-ish kind of video. I did definitely have to consider the style of this build. A lot of times when I started using some of the stuff from The Sims 4 Werewolves, I was like, okay, what do I actually want the aesthetic or the vibe of this build to be? And then I realised, okay, I want it to be like converted warehouse turned into a rainbow-themed restaurant. And I think it looks really cool. And now you can send all of your Sims here and they can just have a great time. I think I'm going to send some of my Sims here. I mean, maybe not. It's a restaurant. And restaurants in The Sims 4 are kind of glitchy. But you know, you can put it in your Sims worlds and admire it from the outside. And I just had a good fun time building it. It took me out of my comfort zone a bit. But I really love how bright and colourful it is, and perfect for a pride build. I put a lot of pride flags everywhere in this build, and I just wanted it to be really, really cute. I hope it looks good. Like I said, I'm not particularly good at colourful builds, but I wanted to do something for Pride Month on my channel. I don't know if I'm going to do any other stuff or not. Depends if I have time. It's really bad that we're on the 20th of June, and I haven't even done like anything yet apart from this build. So I'm going to try and see if I can do some more stuff within the 10 days that we have left. I don't know, we will see. I might make some werewolves using the new Sims 4 werewolves pack, and maybe like a colourful themed home in Animal Crossing Happy Home Paradise or something. I will see how much time I have. Um, Time is not really a thing I have a lot of. So I hope you like this build. But I really wanted to do something this year because I haven't for the past 2 years that I have had a channel during the month of June, and I wanted to do something. Because although it's not something I really talk about a lot, both online and in real life as well, I am actually part of the LGBTQ plus community. I am bi, so it means a lot to me, and it really was something that I wanted to do to build this lot type in The Sims. So I'm really happy that I actually did that this year. Okay, you can see me struggling a lot with the roofing and like the stairs here. I wanted to have, what's it called, like an overlook area. I don't know what else you would call it, where I delete part of the flooring and put some railings around it. And I think I did this bit off camera. I sorted it out. I think when I was trying to do it before the roof started clipping, I had to start moving walls individually, and it was a whole ordeal. But I managed to sort it out in the end, and I didn't make it look too difficult, but it was difficult. Just know that I struggled for like a good solid 10 minutes trying to make it look good, so appreciate the effort, okay? I tried. A lot of effort was put into this build, and you know, I'm really, really proud of how it turned out, and I love it. Now you can see me getting rid of some of the seats outside because I realised, okay, there's too many seats everywhere. I was gonna put some like ivy on the walls outside, and then I realised it didn't look very good. It was just a bit of, you know, trial and error basically. I think in a second you will see me. Okay, first I'm putting the windows down a little bit. I probably should have chosen some shorter windows because I'm aware that they clip with the roof a bit. If I was going to redo this build again, I would do that. I put a tire seat inside to add to the industrial feel of the place. But obviously I wanted to use the black tiles on the ground because I wanted it to look like a diner. I put some banners and a canvas up on this brick wall for a while. But then in the end, I got the idea to put a bunch of pride flags on it instead. And I think it looks better like that, and I had the chance to actually use all of them in this build, and I just think it looks really, really pretty, and I'm kind of obsessed with it. You will see it in a second. See, there you go. Doesn't that look so pretty? And then I put fairy lights behind them. It looks really nice. I'm honestly obsessed with this build. Probably one of my favourite builds that I've done in a long time. I like the landscaping, I like the inside. I think I pretty much like all of it, which is really rare for me. Normally there's like an aspect with each of my Sims builds that I don't particularly like. Okay, I suppose if I had to say one bit that I didn't particularly like, it would be this outside bit. I think I tried with it a bit less. And here I'm just putting up some string lights. I think that looks really cute. I chose these in like a pastel rainbow swatch, and I think they look really, really nice. And we are coming up to the end of the build in a second. I think I put some solar panels on top of the build. See, we're even eco-friendly. Honestly, brilliant. And I put some like trash chutes inside the build as well. So if you've got any rubbish, you can just chuck it in the bin. And here we are onto the screenshots. I hope you enjoyed this build as much as I did building it. If you did, please be sure to like and comment and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I hope you have a really good day, and I will see you all next time. Bye everyone.